Hey y'all, so I thought a good documentation video to kind of do and get a little bit more in depth about would be just going over the differences in drawing a male face and a female face, because male and females are going to have different hair, but some of those features are going to be androgynous, and what you really want to be able to do is, just be able to differentiate between, when you're drawing the two, there's going to be some clear differences. These avatars are very simple, but, it's still going to be in a way where you can kind of tell, different, you still want to be able to tell, differentiate between the male and female avatars as you're animating, and, really just show, kind of a very basic, very basic version of a man or a woman. So as I'm kind of switching, I'm just switching between the two avatars here so you can kind of, ooh, it looks a little silly as I do it rapidly, but I'm switching a bit, and this is without the hair assets too, so you can really kind of see the difference, just to kind of show you, obviously this avatar has some coloration on it, whereas the female is not colored in this version of the file. But there are just, a little kind of quick things that, you can go over, you can view, you can look at, that, you can incorporate to differentiate between when you're drawing a male avatar and the female. So looking at the male, one of the basic things you want to do is they're going to be a bit, have a bit more of a harder, more defined jawline. They're going to have, you want some indication of the lip, which we have with this kind of line at the bottom right here, but you don't really want them to have, like, very super full lips. Men tend to have thin lips, especially very thin upper lip. The brows on a man are also going to be a bit thicker and a bit more low set. And then when you get to the female, woo, okay, that was a mistake. And then when you get to the female, as you can see, the lips are fully drawn out, so you can see, they're a bit bigger. The eyes are also a bit bigger, they're a bit wider, and there is a thicker line, which was done with this, the vector line tool. So the one at the top is a little bit thicker than the one at the bottom, and that's done to give the appearance of, kind of like maybe a thicker lash line, and the brows are, they're defined, but they're just a bit thinner and a bit more, perhaps arched and a bit more, set above the eye. You also have a jaw that's a bit more rounded and not as, kind of strong and cut and all those things. So those are just some of the differences when you really get into, like, these kind of close-up shots of the avatar, the differences that you might consider drawing when you're drawing the male avatar versus drawing the female avatar.